Are you ready for a career in real estate? Hi, my name is John Johnson, and I want to introduce you to John McConnell. John began his career in real estate development working all over the United States, but eventually found his home right here in Austin, Texas, where, as an agent, he sold over 250 homes in 1 year. Then, as a broker, he owned and operated one of the most successful Century 21 franchises in the country and one of the top real estate schools in Texas. He has educated, trained, and mentored thousands in sales and marketing and helped them achieve success in their real estate careers. Moreover, John pioneered online real estate education by developing the very first course ever approved by the state of Texas for new agents. Today, John focuses all of his energy helping students become successful agents while enjoying lucrative careers and establishing a lifetime income. If you're hungry and you have the desire to be one of the top real estate agents in your area, then you owe it to yourself to watch this brief presentation. John will show you how to avoid all of the industry pitfalls, and what he's going to share with you here will save you an incredible amount of time, money, and frustration. Then, at the end of the video, you're going to get John's personal number so you can call him directly. Join me now while I interview John McConnell, and I'll see you on the other side. So, this is John Johnson, and today I'm here with John McConnell. John, you've been around the real estate business for years now. Tell me, what are you doing today?
John, I've got a consulting company. The name of it is About Success. And basically, my whole purpose in life is to help students become agents and to help agents become successful agents and end up with a lifetime income to show for it. That's it.
If I were just breaking into the real estate business today, where would you recommend I start? Residential, apartment leasing? What do you think?
I'd say get into residential. To me, that's about the easiest that there is to learn. Each one of the types of real estate, they're all different, commercial, industrial. The real learning takes place on the job training, but if you could drive and chew gum and talk at the same time, and you can make money in selling houses. You don't have to be a salesperson to sell people something they already need. And all you got to do is care about them and do your job, work hard, and help them find what they need.
Now, I've known you for years now, and one thing that I've always heard you say is that everybody should have a real estate license.
And I still feel that way. Most everybody's got a driver's license, right? Because that's the best way to get from place A to B. Well, you got to have shelter. Why not be making money every time you move? Somebody's making money. If you move to an apartment, somebody just got paid a commission. If you sell your house, somebody made money. If you buy a house, somebody make money. Might as well be you. One sale in my hometown, Austin, an average price home, one sale, the agents can make enough commission that they can pay to renew their license for the rest of their life. One sale takes care of your whole career. And if I could add one other thing, the top income producing profession in the entire United States for high school graduates is what? You guess it. Real estate. If you're in this business 5 or 10 years, you're going to beat out people with master's degrees, PhDs, and you don't have to be a salesperson to do it.
Who usually does the best in this business?
Well, the top 3 industries that make a good transition or make the most successful transition, top three professions are nurses, teachers, and wait people. And middle management, number 4, sales down on number 5. And they got no income ceiling either.
Well, our economy's kind of taking some dings now. Why would somebody want to get involved in real estate right now?
Well, if you want to be in sales, you like helping people, there's only one industry as far as I'm concerned to get into, and that's residential real estate. And I wish I had done it 20 years earlier because everybody's a prospect. 99% of the people you talk to are going to buy, sell, or lease in the next 6 months or know somebody close to them that's going to, okay? All you got to do is let people know what you do. If you're a secret agent, you're not going to make any money. If you let people know what you're doing, you can make a ton of money because last year, 74% of the people that bought a house from a real estate agent bought from the first one they had a face-to-face meeting with. So all you got to do is get in front of the people and you can make a ton of dough.
Well, if I were just breaking into the real estate business, I know there are a lot of different companies out there and a lot of different models. What would you recommend?
Well, now in the past, you had 4 choices, okay? You had to pick which choice you want. You had independents or locally owned offices, and they had limited area. You had a broker that usually competed with the agents because they're so small. Now your second choice was national brand, a franchise. They had better back office support and they had brand awareness, but they also had franchise fees. But then your third choice was a rental office. That was a concept that was started several years ago where you act as a broker, your own broker. You got your own office, but you pay all your own expenses. You get nothing really from the office whatsoever. You pay $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 a month rent, and then you get a higher commission. Now, the fourth method was a good addition. They had profit-sharing offices where if you helped them build their office, you got a piece of the profit that the people under you contributed to. And they would have mentors for new people to help them grow. Now, you don't have to make the decision of 4 different offices, 4 different models, because there's one company in the United States that happens to be the fastest growing real estate organization ever in the U.S. that has taken all 4 of these models and put them under one roof, and that's Exit Realty. So I would say if you're going to get in residential real estate, the only option is one, and that's Exit Realty.
So Exit's taken the best part of each model, combined it into one fantastic model?
Absolutely. You know, I owned a franchise for 8 years. You know that, right? But when I sold it, I hadn't even heard of Exit. When I sold it is when I started studying about them. Well, they weren't even in my state. They weren't even in Texas when I made my decision to go with a brand years ago when I bought my franchise, as you know. Well, what happened was when I started doing my research, I discovered that these guys have the best plan, the best model that I've ever seen for both new agents and for experienced agents. By far, nobody exceeds what they're doing. They put it all under one roof. They weren't even in Texas 6 years ago or 8 years ago when I did my research. Now they're in every single state. They're in Canada. We're growing like crazy, and that's why I'm on a recruiting mission. I've got a whole bunch of offices in the state of Texas, and they're all hiring, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Wow, that sounds great. Hey, tell me a little bit about educational requirements. I know I have a little bit of college, but how many hours and classes would I have to take? That seems kind of overwhelming. Is it as hard as it looks?
No, here's the deal. If you don't have any college credits, okay, all you got to take is 7 courses, 7 state-approved courses to get your license. They're 30 hours each, so that's 210 hours, right? All right, now, your license, when you first start off, is a 1-year license. Here's what happens. 9 months after you get your license, you get a notice from the state saying, hey, you got 3 more months. You better hurry up and get your other 2 courses. Now, if you have 15 hours or so of college credits, then what happens, they'll exempt you from 2 courses. So you only need 5 courses to get your license. Now, these are 30-hour courses, so you go from 210 hours to get your license to 150 hours to get your license. You still need your 2 additional courses before the end of the year, okay? We advocate that you go ahead and take 7 courses if you need 7, and take 9 courses if you need 9, because it may just be that little edge that gets you to pass the state exam on the first time without having to take it again.
So are you telling me that I'm going to have to go sit in front of an instructor in a classroom for 210 hours?
Yes, sir. That's the deal. You have to sit. If you're going to take it in a classroom, you got to sit in front of an instructor for 210 hours, okay? But at least you got your choice of instructor. Some of them have licenses and some don't. That's the problem. If you sit in front of an instructor for 30 hours, you hope that they're one that's already been in the real estate business.
Right.
The deal is, a survey we did, about 70% of them don't have real estate license. And 80% of those never have had one in any state. So your odds are 56% chance that you're going to be taught how to make a living in an industry they've never been in. That's the downside. 210 hours is a long time, and you may be talking to somebody that hadn't ever done what they're telling you to do.
Wow, that's a long time to sit in front of somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about. Okay, so what about the online courses you hear about?
Well, I think I'm an authority on online course. I developed the first one ever approved by the state for new agents. Okay, and the deal about online is I would recommend online to you if you're a masochist and you hadn't whipped yourself enough. Okay. Online has had its purpose when it first came out, but we've developed technology that's much better now. Okay, so I don't recommend doing online at all. It'll wear you out. Your sanity's at risk.
Okay, and what about correspondence?
Well, correspondence, the traditional correspondence school, they still exist, and I used to do that too. I've been involved in all 3 types, all 3 methods. You buy the books, you wait until they get there, you read the books, and when you get to each chapter, you take a quiz online.
Right.
Now, most correspondence schools, you have to go to take your test in each course to someplace where they monitor you, proctor you, to make sure you and not your cousin. So it does take a little time to go there and so forth.